Hello, everyone. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful evening wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this. XRP funding rates on Binance flip negative, pointing to potential price reversal. So what they're saying is there's too many people opening shorts, and now they believe that a rally is going to follow. Every day they come up with reasons why XRP is about to break out. But so far, we haven't seen that breakout begin that we've been looking for, where we start to see XRP surge up by dollars, and that time is definitely coming. And a lot happened at Davos as well. I'll talk about that in this video. AI will make you jobless. Crypto will make you not need a job. Buy and hold now. Retire in a few years. Raise your hand if crypto allowed you to retire already. And that comes from CZ. And he's 100% right. You know, AI is rising, and they just talked about it at Davos. Multiple people are telling you it's happening now, and it's going to continue to gain momentum from here. We are only at the beginning. AI is going to scoop up so many jobs over the coming years. That's why it's so important to enrich yourself while you still can. Here's CZ talking about AI using crypto for payments.
The native currency for AI agent is going to be crypto. They're not going to use bank cards. They're not going to swipe credit cards. They're going to crypto blockchain is the most native technology interface for AI agents. So when AI goes big, today AI they're not really agents. They don't buy tickets for you. They don't pay for restaurants for you. But when they actually do, those payments will be in crypto.
And what have I been telling you? You are holding the robot money. When these machines are paying each other, these AI agents are paying each other, they're going to be paying in what you're holding. We are watching the fourth and fifth industrial revolution come together in real time right now. And here's Elon Musk talking about there's going to be more robots than people.
Right. And actually, my prediction is in the benign scenario of the future that the robots will actually make so many robots in AI that they will actually saturate all human needs. Meaning you won't be able to even think of something to ask the robot for at a certain point. Like there will be such an abundance of goods and services because
So he's saying there's going to be more robots than people, and people still don't believe robots are going to take their job. Robots are only going to continue to advance. They're going to be literally doing everything. You're going to go to a hospital, and a robot is going to be assessing your health condition. Everything that you could think of, a robot is going to be doing in the future. This is why it's so important to get invested into crypto now and stay invested until crypto starts hitting those high price points that we always talk about. Elon says he will start selling humanoid robots to the public next year. That's how close we are.
By the end of next year, I think we'd be selling humanoid robots to the public. That's when we're confident that it's very high reliability, very high safety, and the range of functionality is also very high. You can basically ask it to do anything.
So if he's predicting that or planning that for the end of next year, you could bet it's already going to be in commercial and industrial atmospheres way before it hits the public. So most likely throughout the rest of this year, we're going to watch robotics really start to advance and AI really start to advance. And then almost every factory is going to be buying up robots to replace its workforce. That's how close we actually are. And people, they just don't want to believe it. They're like, oh, that's 10 years out. You tell somebody this that isn't invested in the crypto, and they're like, oh, I got time. I'm not really worried about that right now. But they're literally telling you the time frame. Elon Musk tells BlackRock CEO Larry Fink at the World Economic Forum that he's an alien from the future. You got to hear this and watch Larry Fink's reaction.
I'm often asked, are there aliens among us? And I'll say that I am one, but...
Or you're from the future.
They don't believe me.
Okay.
But I think if anyone would know if there are aliens among us, it would be me. We have 9,000 satellites up there, and not once have we had to maneuver around an alien spaceship. So I'm like, I don't know. Bottom line is, I think we need to assume that life and consciousness is extremely rare, and it might only be us. And if that's the case, then we need to do everything possible to ensure that the light of consciousness is not extinguished.
And take notice to his hands, because everybody was pointing at his hands when they watched this clip. But imagine that. So he's saying he's an alien at the World Economic Forum, and everybody just kind of laughs it off. But that's what you could expect from Elon Musk. And he's telling you literally that there's no aliens out there, because now they're starting to blame the financial crash on aliens now. I just covered that in a video the other day when I was telling you if there's aliens, they're going to have to utilize XRP, because the Earth would never want an alien currency. So they'll have to go in as alien currency into XRP and come out as any other currency on Earth. And I was just joking about that, by the way. Elon Musk says AI and robots will cause an explosion in the global economy. Take a listen to this.
This is really the path to abundance for all. If you say, people often talk about solving global poverty, or essentially how do we give everyone a very high standard of living. I think the only way to do this is AI and robotics, which doesn't mean that it is without its issues. I mean, we need to be very careful with AI. We need to be very careful with robotics. We don't want to find ourselves in a James Cameron movie. Terminator. He's got great movies, love his movies, but we don't want to be in Terminator, obviously. But if you have ubiquitous AI that is essentially free or close to it, and ubiquitous robotics, then you will have an explosion in the global economy, an expansion in the global economy that is truly beyond all precedent.
And that's what we will see very soon. AI is going to be running the entire new financial system, and everything is going to be tracked. There's no longer going to be fraud anymore with the new financial system. But take notice, he also pointed at the Terminator movies, and that's what most people see when they think about AI. But what Elon was really telling you there was he was talking about universal high income. And in my opinion, I think that is more of a sales pitch than reality. I think we're going to see universal basic income. I think it's going to be programmable money. And if you spend it on things that they don't want you to spend it on, then they could just claw back that money or not let that transaction go through. I think that is more the reality that they are trying to build for people. Now, it would be great to have universal high income, but I'm just not seeing it. And everybody wants some sort of basic income right now. They don't want to go to work 5 days a week anymore. So they want some sort of universal basic income, thinking that it's going to be the greatest thing ever, when in reality, it's programmable money and it comes with a control system also. There will be billions of AI agents running the global economy. They will need a system, the infrastructure to operate it. Take a listen to Circle CEO here, what he had to say.
The next generation of blockchain networks, things like Arc, which Circle's building on, there's other new blockchain networks, are actually being designed specifically for agentic compute. They're designed specifically for the financial and economic activity of a world where 3 years, 5 years from now, one, I think, can reasonably expect that there will be billions, literally billions of AI agents conducting economic activity in the world continuously on a continuous basis. They need an economic system. They need a financial system. They need a payment system. There is no other alternative, in my view, other than stablecoins to do that right now, and that can keep up with that pace of technological change. And so it's a critical focus for us, but not just us. There's a lot of other folks that are interested in this and contributing to the technical standards to support this upgrade to our digital economic system.
So he's pushing stable coins, and that's because, of course, he's in charge of USDC. But I think it's going to be more crypto based. And the reason I say that is because if you look at what XRP is built to do, it's built to move anything of value. So think about tokenized assets and things like that. Sure, stable coins might be great, but crypto can do it better. And that's why I think if you stay invested into what you're holding right now, XRP, I know some of you also hold XLM and XDC and QNT and so on, you are holding your future. Because as long as you don't sell too soon, you are going to be able to be so damn rich, you'll already be retired. You won't have to worry about the rise of robots. But this is coming. And the only way you get ahead of this is two things. You either go back to school and learn robotics and learn computer science, maybe coding, so that you can fix the robots when they break down, or you invest in crypto and you retire yourself before it happens. Because I really don't think that any occupation out there is going to be safe from AI. It's going to advance so quick. Look at how fast it's already advancing. People are like, well, there's no way an AI is ever going to build a house, or an AI is never going to do electrical. The AI is going to be programmed to do so many different jobs. I think it's going to start with white collar jobs like human resources, things like that. I know there's also talk of AI judges in the future where you're going to have to hire an AI lawyer to fight out a court case for you, things like that. It all comes down to how it advances and where it advances first. I know anything that has to do with production, that's most likely the jobs that are going to disappear first. Because you see Amazon leaning into this, other major companies, Procter & Gamble and so on, leaning into this already. And even Walmart and Sam's Club, everything is going in that direction. And take notice, he said 3 to 5 years. I still think the timeline is even sooner. I think Elon's timeline is more accurate. If he's planning on releasing robots to be available to the public by 2027, I think most likely we're going to see a major change over the course of 2026. XRP goes institutional. Flare Networks unveils new infrastructure support. So how Flare expands XRP smart contract capabilities. What Flare is essentially doing right now is they're opening up yield for institutions, yield for retail as well. Flare is not slowing down in any way. In fact, it's gaining even more momentum now. And this is going to continue throughout the rest of this year. Flare is going to be a monster within the next 12 to 24 months. You're still early if you're buying Flare right now. The price is still dirt cheap, but that's not going to hold up forever. This is a great way to get a great return on investment as time runs out. If you hold XRP, I would definitely be holding Flare. The U.S., CFTC, and SEC will hold a joint event on harmonization and the U.S. financial leadership in crypto era on January 27th at 10 a.m. The fact that the CFTC and the SEC are now working closer together, that's a good thing for crypto. That's a good thing for innovation. This is how we're going to see tokenization also start to amp up, because they're going to clear the way for tokenization. That's still early as well. This comes from Blue Hawk Legend. Will Bitcoin mines be shut down? BlackRock warns crypto's love affair with AI is over as an energy war with Bitcoin miners begins. And what have I been saying? They are going to divert any Bitcoin mining energy towards AI. And BlackRock is going to lead this. Wait and see. So miners are built on flexibility. AI runs on certainty. They're not going to slow down when it comes to AI. And Bitcoin mining, it's just overrated and super expensive. And they're going to divert all that energy into AI. Look at what the president just said at Davos the other day. He's talking about building more nuclear energy in the United States because he said AI is going to need an extremely high amount of energy as it continues to advance. So it has to come from somewhere. And I said this shift was going to happen all the way back in 2022. I was telling people then, and people thought I was crazy. Oh, they're never going to stop Bitcoin mining. It's going to go over to green energy. You know what's going to stop Bitcoin mining? Carbon credits. When these miners have to shell out a ton of money for carbon credits to continue Bitcoin mining, that's going to shut everything down. And we're going to watch that happen as crypto investors as well. We're just not quite there yet either. But everything's coming together so quick now. And in this video, I wanted to show you those clips from Elon, but I didn't want to play a long, drawn-out video for all of you. The key talking points was where you've seen how fast AI is advancing. And there's no signs of slowing down. In fact, I think the timeline's going to shift throughout 2026. There's going to be more talk of AI. There's going to be a lot more talk around tokenization. There's going to be talk about AI and blockchain merging together, because this is meant to happen. As the rise of the new financial system comes, you're going to have AI and blockchain converging together like never before. And XRP holders are going to get rich as it happens. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.